artists. Today we're going to start a new art project that's going to take us 2 art classes. We're going to learn about an artist whose name is Wayne Thiebaud. I'm going to count to 3, and on my 3, I want to hear you say the name Wayne Thiebaud. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice job. Wayne Thiebaud is an artist who was born in 1920. This year, he's going to be 100 years old. Wayne Thiebaud loves to make pictures of things that we see around us all the time. He likes to make pictures of things like toys, shoes. His favorite things to make pictures of, though, are desserts and sweets. One of his most famous pictures is this one right over here. What do you see when you look at this picture? That's right, this is a picture of delicious cakes. The picture that's going to help us out for today is this one. What kind of machine do you see in this picture? That's right. This is a picture of 1, 2, 3 Gumball machines. And we're going to be using this picture today to help us out with our project. Instead of making 3 Gumball machines, we're going to focus on 1. And what we'll do is we're going to create our own gumball machines that show some gumballs in front and some gumballs are going to look like they are behind. That's called overlapping, and that's going to be our goal today. We're going to become experts at overlapping. Today, we're going to have a drawing day. So today, we're going to start with a pencil, and we're going to draw, and if we have some time, we're going to outline too. To begin your gumball machine picture today, you're going to need a white piece of paper, a pencil, an eraser if you don't already have one on the back of your pencil, a bowl to trace for the big circle, and a small circle to trace. Maybe it's a cap, maybe it's a juice lid, any kind of smaller circle that you can turn into gumballs. To start, I want you to take your pencil and I want you to start by tracing your bowl towards the top of the page. So look for the middle of your paper, put the bowl in the center, push it up a little tiny bit, and trace your bowl the best you can. Okay, now I have my circle shape where my gumballs are going to go. Before I draw the gumballs, I'm going to draw the other parts of the gumball machine. I'm going to draw the base of the gumball machine. And the base of the gumball machine, it can look like this one. It can look like Wayne Thiebaud's. It's really up to you what yours looks like. I'm going to draw one line down on one side of my circle, and I'm going to draw another line on the other side of my circle. It's okay if your line isn't perfect. This line got a little wiggly. That's okay. I'm just going to roll with it. This is going to be the base of the machine. Now I'm going to also add the metal part of the machine. This is the part where the money goes when you're trying to buy a gumball. This part is really tricky. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by drawing a rectangle, and then I need to make a part where you can put a coin inside to get a gumball out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw kind of like a half circle shape right up here. And then I'm going to erase the part that I don't want. I don't want this part in anymore, so I'm going to use my handy dandy eraser and I'm going to make it go away. Now, there's no place for the gumball to actually come out on mine yet, so I'm going to draw that in too. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to draw either an oval or a circle shape. It's kind of like an ovally looking circle shape that I have going on. So I drew my shape. I am going to erase the line that I don't want. If you have another strategy that you'd like to use to create this part of the machine, feel free to do it your way as well. If you would like to add details on the machine, you're welcome to do that too. Details means the small things. Maybe you would like to outline this part of the gumball machine. That would look pretty nice. Maybe you would like to add circles that represent the screws that would hold this part onto the base. This part of the gumball machine is like supposed to be metal, so feel free to do that. I did a little plus sign so it looks like you could use kind of like a screwdriver and screw them in. Some gumball machines are automatic like this one. You would just put a coin in and poof, the gumball comes right out the hole. Some of them though have a twisty, turny mechanism. If you'd like to draw that twisty, turny mechanism, feel free to do that on your machine. My trick for that is I like to draw a circle, a rectangle on one side, and a rectangle on the other side, and it looks like the twisty part of the machine. So it's up to you if you would like to add this part in or not. Now comes the tricky part. We need to add our gumballs to our gumball machine, and our goal today is we want to be experts at overlapping. That's when you put one thing on top of something else. So we're going to start with our tracer. I'm going to use a glue stick cap. That's what I have on hand. You can use any kind of circle that you want to, that you have laying around the house, as long as it's smaller than your bowl. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom of my gumball machine, and I'm going to start by tracing one circle. And this circle is going to represent my first gumball. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cap and I'm going to put it slightly on top of my first gumball. This is called overlapping, when you put one thing on top of something else. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cap. I'm going to trace it, but I'm only going to trace the parts that don't touch the circle, and it's like magic. When I lift up my cap, this one looks like it's in front and this one looks like it's behind, and I can keep on going. I'm going to put my cap down right here. I'm going to overlap it, and I'm only going to trace the parts that don't touch the other gumballs. I have 1, 2, 3 now, and this one's in front. I'm going to make this even harder. I'm going to put my cap a little bit on top of 2 gumballs. I'm going to trace only the parts that I see don't overlap, and magic, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 gumballs. This one is still in front. You can keep on going with this. Work your way all the way up to the top of the gumball machine, but you also have to problem solve. Like, for example, what would happen if I traced too much? If I got like too carried away with tracing, what could I do to solve this problem? That's right, I can use my handy dandy eraser, and I can pick which line I'd like to erase. Maybe I want to erase this line. So if you make a mistake, if you over trace, that's okay. That's why we always start in pencil first. You can always fix things, but take your time, go slow. Now that I'm done drawing in pencil, if you have some time today, the next thing you can do is you can outline your pencil lines so that we can see them better. And a great art supply to use could be a black crayon, or if you have a black marker at home. Any black marker will work. I'm going to use a black Sharpie. When you're outlining your Gumball machine lines today, make sure that you take your time and try to stay on your pencil lines. I hope that you were able to become an expert at overlapping today, putting one thing on top of something else. We're gonna save color for next time. Stay tuned. I hope you had fun today.